Adventures of Don Quixote, Chapter 13. The Adventure of the Wooden Horse. Everyone at the palace was having a grand time playing tricks on the knight and the squire. The Duke and Duchess played many themselves, and they also encouraged their servants to come up with ideas of their own. One fine afternoon, while Duke, Duchess, and guests were in the garden, 12 young ladies came in 2 lines. Following them was an older lady. All 13 had their faces covered by thick black veils. The older ladies said they were looking for Don Quixote de la Mancha and Sancho Panza. Her voice was a little deep, but no one paid much attention to that. She said she had heard of the knight's courage and deeds. Both Sancho and Don Quixote stood up and identified themselves. She said she was Countess Trifaldi, governess of Princess Antonomasia from the kingdom of Candia. The very young princess fell in love with Don Clavijo, and on her own agreed to be his wife. But Don Clavijo was only a knight, and Princess Antonomasia was the heir to the throne. Then, one day, Giant Malambruno, a wizard, came riding a wooden horse and turned Antonomasia into a bronze monkey and Clavijo into a crocodile of an unknown metal. The giant left a note saying, "They shall not return to their natural shapes until the brave knight from La Mancha himself fights me." Countess Trifaldi explained that she and the ladies who served in the palace had been punished too. They all grew beards overnight. They lifted their veils and showed. Don Quixote was moved. He could not see that these were not women, but men dressed in women's clothing. He promised to save them all. Countess Trifaldi said that Malambruno would send a flying wooden horse to take the knight to fight with him. It was a horse made for 2, a horse for knight and squire. The horse was named Clavileño. His reins were wooden pegs. "He's very swift, your grace," she said. Sancho was unhappy about this trip. He wanted to stay with the Duchess when his master went to fight, but Don Quixote said he must go or the spell wouldn't be broken. Clavileño came on the shoulders of 4 big, monstrous-looking men. One of the monsters said that both riders should be blindfolded, and should remain blindfolded until the horse neighed. Don Quixote mounted willingly, Sancho less willingly. The master squeezed the wooden peg, and the veiled women started shouting their good wishes. "God be with you. Look at that, fast as an arrow. Sancho, hold tight, don't fall." "Master," Sancho asked, "how can we be flying so high if we can still hear their voices?" "This is no ordinary adventure," Don Quixote answered. "Don't pay attention to that. Don't be afraid, Sancho." "Master, I feel so much air it feels like bellows." Sancho was right. The pranksters were blowing air from bellows to make the riders believe they were flying. But Don Quixote said they were arriving at the second region of space, where hail and snow come from. After this, in the third region, there's fire, he predicted. After having fun for a while, the people decided to end the adventure. They set fire to Clavileño's tail. The horse was full of firecrackers. It flew into hundreds of pieces. Don Quixote and Sancho were thrown to the ground, half scorched. Knight and squire got up in pitiful shape. They were astonished to see themselves in the same garden they had left. So many people were lying on the ground, too. They were even more astonished when they saw this sign hanging from a lance. The renowned Don Quixote de la Mancha ended the adventure of Countess Trifaldi on the first try. Malambruno is satisfied. The beards of the young women are gone. Don Clavijo and Doña Antonomasia are returned to their previous shapes. The Duke and Duchess woke up as surprised as the others. The Duke read the sign too, and with open arms went to embrace Don Quixote, the best knight of all times. Sancho was asked about the trip. "Oh, I saw many stars. Some looked like little bears," he said. Duke and Duchess would have something to laugh about for a long time, and Sancho something to remember and talk about all his life.